Okay. Welcome back to our breaking news coverage of the war in Iran. And you can probably hear what's going off on my phone right now. The phone's around here. So let me just tell you exactly what's happening. I'm here with Dan Diker. We're going to be talking in just a moment. But what's happening is that's a warning of what they believe is going to be incoming missiles coming from Iran to the area where we are. So they give this. It's coming from Iran. So this gives us a few minutes to get ready. Then we're going to hear the sirens. When that happens, we're going to show you exactly how this plays out. So I'll walk you exactly to where we go for shelter as we're tracking these developments at this hour. So as we're doing that, I'm going to continue with what we're doing here so everyone understands, though, what you're about to see happening. And then we will hear the explosions as whether these missiles actually come through or whether they are intercepted. That is the big question. But this is what happens throughout the day. So you're going to see this in just a moment. And I do want to also say we have an update on that story out of Dubai. A source, an Emirati official, telling me, and CNN is learning, that the U.S. consulate in Dubai was struck by a suspected Iranian drone. There was a fire that had started there. So we do have that. We understand that has been put out. And we'll update you as we get more information. We do understand, though, I understand that there have been no injuries there. All right. We just heard from Secretary of State Marco Rubio. I'm not going to play that soundbite because we are about to obviously have missiles coming in here. So I'm here with Dan Diker. And Dan, I just want to, as we're getting ready for this, give you a chance to explain, where are we in this war? When you see Iran, as we're about to see, right, they are still sending missiles here. We know the United States hit almost 2,000 targets they say in Tehran since in the past 3 days. Yes. Israel even more.
Well, Aaron, where we are is it really having a two-front Iranian regime war against Israel, the United States, and its Arab neighbors. Let's remember that in the last 48 hours alone, the Iranian regime hit 6 Arab countries, turning all those countries into what we call the coalition of the willing, first time of that type of coalition since the coalition against Saddam in 1991. Mm-hmm. And we have a terror war that continues, as you've just told the viewers. There are missiles that could be very much raining down on where we are right now. We are at a tipping point, though, in which the Iranian regime is beginning to show real signs of the beginnings of a collapse, and it will not be able to survive the coalition of the willing.
Okay, now you use the word coalition of the willing. I just want to push you a bit more on that to understand, because obviously these are American allies in the Gulf. They are using American-supplied missile defense systems. They have defense systems they have paid for from the United States. However, other than Qatar, we have not seen outgoing fighting, right? In the Emirates, for example, they are very adamant to say we are right now operating on a defensive posture, even though they, second only to here, have been hit by drones and missiles from Iran. So you still would describe it as coalition of the willing, even though they are not participating in strikes?
Excellent question. I'll tell you why, yes, it is a coalition of the willing. Because what happens in the Middle East, what is not said, is in many cases a thunderous expression of what they believe. And let me explain. Until a week ago, these countries in the Arab world were adamantly against any kind of U.S.-led action, military action against Iran. And all of a sudden here at Saudi Arabia, the king, the leader of the Arab Muslim world, changing sides, switching sides, and publicly condemning the Iranian regime for its continued reign of terror. This is very significant from a cognitive standpoint in the Middle East, and it really speaks volumes.
All right, and as I say, we are now, 2 or 3 minutes since we heard those first alarms, and I'll let everyone know, because you're talking about what most likely are going to be cruise missiles. Could be ballistic, but cruise missiles coming
or killer drones.
Or drones coming this direction, and the time can be anywhere from 3 to 10 or 12 minutes from that initial, which is when the IDF determines that missiles are coming, to when you actually hear the sirens, which is when you need to move very quickly, which we will do. So I'm just letting everyone know who has just joined us. We get these alerts on our phone. Alerts are expected in a few minutes, find the best protection, right? Which is what people are doing right now. And this is happening in the middle of the night, but right now it's almost 11 o'clock, and it does happen through the night. Right. You, I know, have been doing a lot of work with, obviously, Israeli officials, with U.S. officials. Trump said yesterday that there are all these mass defections. Okay, Trump says a lot of things that are hyperbole or embellishment, and he changes what he says a lot. It's hard for people to know the truth. But you are aware of a lot of what's going on. So what are the facts on that? Are there defections?
Aaron, Jerusalem Center for Security and Foreign Affairs has been working intensively with the highest levels of the Iranian opposition over the last 2 to 3 years, and we hear from them, including one of them who was one of the co-establishers of the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps itself, speak about defections.
It's happening.
It is
He's
happening.
Right. Okay.
It is happening. The president is accurate on this point.
Yes.
And we're hearing it from the Iranian opposition themselves. And we just don't know what is going to happen the day after. What we do know is that there is massive pressure, military pressure coming from Israel, the United States, and as I say...
So as we're talking, I will just say, and we're not going to show this live, because we don't show this live, but I do see interceptors going up from where I can say, we just saw one go up there. We're not showing you that because we're not going to show, the Israeli government does not allow us or want us to show where that may have come up, that interceptor, but I've not seen it intercept anything. Okay, now we hear the sirens. So here's what we're going to do, everyone. Sirens, and you saw that interceptor. It didn't intercept anything, but we have things coming in, so we are going to just unmic. Dan, why don't you take your mic off?
And then go downstairs?
Yep, I'm going to show you exactly where we go. All right?
That's pretty dramatic.
You do need to move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, and there we go. We're just going to get onto this camera. All right? And come with me, Dan. You can just leave that there. Okay? All right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to just move slowly here while Dan's coming with me. Okay, and we're going to move. So you hear the sirens now, and this is all around the area that we're in Tel Aviv. So that initial warning, it was about, I think, 5 or 6 minutes, Dan?
5 or 6 minutes.
Okay, and then let's just keep going. All right,
This could be fire from Lebanon as well, from the Iranian instructed Hezbollah, which is part of the Iranian regime strategy of what's called survival warfare. Mobilize as much missiles coming from Lebanon. It could be the Houthis in Yemen, we don't know.
Right.
But this is the Iranian regime survival strategy. Mobilize as much terror as you can to distract the world's attention away from the Iranian front itself.
Right, and then we're inside, and I don't know if everyone can still hear those sirens. We'll hear the booms when they start hitting, which sometimes are as the sirens are going, and sometimes are a little bit after. So now we're inside, and we're just going to go into a stairwell here, Boris and Brianna. And I know it's a little awkward when you watch this, but this is what it is, and I think it's important for everyone to understand. This is what has become the cadence, sorry, Dan, of normal life. And here we are now in the stairwell. So this is where we're going to go, obviously concrete fortified. And, okay, so I'll just come through here. Dan, come with me.
Yeah.
And as we pass it back to Boris and Brianna, what I will say, guys, is that you just don't know when it's coming. So you actually have people here who are, because these are cruise missiles that they now anticipate, ballistic missiles from Iran. It's not rockets in most cases, so you can't just go. I can hear all of it right now. People can't hear it probably on our mic. We're going to show you afterwards, but I can hear it all hitting right now, whether it's being intercepted or not. So we'll know that in just a few seconds. But it's unpredictable in terms of when, and people are camping out in garages and things like that, parking garages to try to find places that are safe. So it has completely disrupted life here.
Absolutely.
Schools closed, most stores closed. Obviously, it's a war zone.
It's a war zone. I will say that in Israel uniquely, life still continues business as usual. Why? Because beginning with these Scud missiles, remember 1991, Saddam Hussein fires 40 Scud missiles into Israel, and subsequently we have been in a ballistic missile war opposite the Iranian regime and its terror proxies, whether it's Hezbollah, whether it's Hamas, whether it's the Houthis, whether it's the Iraqi special forces. So people are used to this type living under terror.
Yep. And I can hear, and obviously everyone watching.
That was a
now
big
that
boom.
you might have heard. I don't know, Boris and Brianna, if you could hear that one.
No.
Yep. Okay, so there's a lot going on out there, quite a bit, and we'll see some of these that have come in have appeared to be the sorts of things that would be like a cluster munition. Where it sort of explodes in multiple pieces, and then the shrapnels come down and injured people. But so we're going to stay in here. We'll pass it back to you, but obviously we have to stay because you can hear all of this exploding right outside, and then we'll let you know obviously exactly what happened in just a few minutes. So back to you guys.
Obviously an active scene there. Aaron, to you and the team, please stay safe and keep us posted on what more you are hearing.